Well, I'm Caroline Flint. I've been a midwife for 33 years and an NCT teacher for 42 years. And I've got 4 children and 12 grandchildren. I'm going to give you some tips. And my top tip, my first tip, is how to fall in love with your baby. Well, you might say, well, I'm going to fall in love with my baby anyway, but not necessarily. And that's what's so shocking about having a baby, is that you expect a baby, but what comes out is a person. And like we don't take to all people, sometimes it takes a while. It's just like your relationship with your partner. Sometimes you look across a crowded room and you say, ah, that's the guy for me, he's gorgeous. But other times you look across a crowded room and you say, ugh, what a plonker. And you realise as time goes by that the plonker is not a plonker at all, he's a really nice guy and you're having a baby with him. And it's the same with your baby. Sometimes, if you're lucky, when the baby comes out, you're entranced. Oh, lovely to see. Oh, you sweet, gorgeous thing. You're absolutely thrilled to see your baby. It's just the baby you expected. It's just the sort of baby you love. And you just fall in love with it instantly. But that only happens to quite a few people. Most people, when their baby comes out, they look at the baby and they go, oh yeah, you're okay, aren't you? Funny nose, hasn't he? Yeah. Funny head, really, funny shape. You're pleased that the labour's over, that it's all gone well. You're pleased that the baby's out and it's healthy and fine. But if somebody offered you a cup of tea in exchange for your baby, you'd take it because it's a baby. You don't know whose baby it is. You've just seen it come out of your body, but you're not even convinced. Somebody could have been to John Lewis's and bought a baby and put it in your arms. So you haven't actually bonded with your baby. You're not really in love with your baby. You think it's quite interesting. There are quite a significant number of women who are unfortunate enough that when their baby comes out, they positively dislike it. It's not the sort of baby they like. I hate bald babies. I hate bald babies. I've always hated bald babies. Oh, he's hideous. Oh, listen, what a horrible cry she's got. Everything about your baby grates on you. You don't like it. Well, what do you do about that? Basically, it's socially unacceptable to tell the world that you don't like your baby. You've made a big mistake, when of course you haven't really. So you need tips to fall in love with your baby. And you fall in love with your baby in exactly the same way that you fell in love with your partner. You gaze. You gaze at your baby. You get to know every little nook and cranny, every little fold, every little crease. You get to know every little bit of it. You also smell your baby. We're mammals and your baby has a completely unique smell. And you smell your baby, you get to know every little bit of it, and you talk to your baby. Because the baby loves your voice, and the more you talk to your baby, and babies are really good listeners, you can talk to it, you can say, what do you think about the cricket scores? Shocking, aren't they? I mean, what are they doing, those guys? Or you can talk to it about current news. What do you think about what's going on at the moment? What about the Russian situation? What do you think? You can just talk to the baby about anything. You can sing to the baby. You can say poems to the baby. But you need to keep up a constant discussion with the baby because the more you talk to the baby, the sooner it will smile at you. And once your baby smiles at you, you're gone. You're in love with it. This needs time. This needs concentration. Your project for 2 weeks after the baby's born needs to be falling in love with your baby. So you need to be lying in bed with your baby next to you so you can actually watch it, so you can see what it's trying to say to you, because it will be trying to say things to you, just close to it. It cannot be achieved if the baby's over there in a Moses basket. It needs to be close to you. physically close. And the other thing which helps us to fall in love is being naked. When we're naked, we produce more oxytocin, which is the hormone of love. So if you're naked, apart from a pair of knickers with a sundry towel in, and your baby's naked, apart from a nappy, of course, then skin-to-skin contact also helps you to fall in love with each other.